What's good with you YouTube fam? You guys are now watching the TheCaliEffect King of Games, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Vendread. Now the reason why we are doing this archetype is because it's near and dear to my heart. This is based off of one of the best comic book characters that isn't DC or Marvel. That's right, if you're looking close enough, you can see that this guy is based off of Spawn. The Vendread archetype is not yet complete, and we can tell because we only have five cards. So with that being said, let's talk about what we have right now and the further support that we could play to make this deck even better. We're going to be starting off with Vendread Slayer, also known, we should just call him Spawn. I mean, seriously, if he's not Spawn, then I'm not black, and I don't know what to tell you. It is a level 6 ritual monster. Didn't even know they made blue cards that weren't links. That has 2400 attack and 0 defense. And if this ritual summon card, or it can be ritual summoned by using any Vendread spell card, when it battles an opponent's monster, you can banish one zombie monster and it gains 300 attack. Now that might not seem a lot really pivotal, but when you combine it with future Vendread cards that will have effects when they're banished, also with the Shiranui archetype that we have right now, this could be really good. The next thing is, if it is sent to the graveyard, you can add one ritual spell card from your deck to your hand and then send one Vendread monster from your deck to your graveyard. This card is really good and it sets a baseline of what we can expect for Vendread monsters. The next card we want to talk about is Vendread Revenants. Now, this card doesn't necessarily remind me of anything Spawn-like, more than it reminds me of, what's that game with the shooter and all the people and the zombies and the nom. Okay, it reminds you of any of those games. I'm just gonna say Resident Evil for short. What Vendread Hound does is, if this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's battle or card effect by an opponent's battle, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it the next time it would leave the field. The next most important thing is, if this card on the field is used for a ritual summon, it gains the following effect. You can banish one special summon monster on your opponent's side of the field, and yes, it is a quick effect. So it can be used during either player's turn. Now, I really like this card until it said I had to use, I had to ritual summon it by using, or I had to ritual summon my ritual monster by using this face up card on the field. That was like the deal breaker. And yes, it does provide a little bit of recursion, but that's only when my opponent starts doing stuff. What if I wanted to diagram it? What if I wanted to diagram it in my hand and then summon it back? That would have been cool, right? Okay, people are probably sick of seeing True Draco, but seriously, it really hurts the card that it has to be destroyed by an opponent's card effect or battle, and it has to be face up on the field to gain, or for a ritual monster to gain its effects. The next card we're going to be talking about is Vendread Hound, which is a little bit as restricting as Revenants, but it actually provides a way to summon itself. It is a 0 attack, 2100 defense monster, level 3 dark zombie, obviously, with the effect of, if this card is in your GY, you can discard one Vendread card, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Now, it has the exact same effect when you ritual summon a monster using this card, or a Vendread monster using this card. It gains the effect, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls and banish it. Now, like I said, this card is a lot easier to summon, seeing that it can kind of recurse itself through its own effect, so it's not that bad. But at the same time, I dislike that it is restrictive to Vendread. Had it said zombies, oh man, not again. This card would actually be really nasty, but unfortunately it doesn't. Next, we're going to be talking about Vendread Origin, the spell card for Vendreads. This card can be used to ritual summon any Vendread ritual monster from your hand or GY. Wow. So if we mill off our ritual monster, we can just activate this from hand and bring it back to our field. Unlike most ritual cards who need both cards in hand and then need the tribute cards from your field and hand to summon them, Kamani has definitely gotten smart with these ritual cards. You must also tribute monsters from your hand, field, or banish zombie monsters from your graveyard, whose total levels equal to exceed the levels of ritual monsters you use to ritual summon. If a Vendread Slayer monster you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your GY instead. Now, I really like that this card says this card can be used to ritual summon any Vendread ritual monster, signifying that we just might have more Vendread ritual monsters, seeing that this would probably be more than likely almost 100% a ritual deck. So the last great ritual deck was Necros, and this deck does have some properties, being able to special summon the monsters from the graveyard, giving them ample amount of effects, and also having the ritual spell cards having graveyard effects. I am extremely excited for this. The last card I want to talk about is Vendread Reorigin. Now, you guys made me waste some really good money to buy this card, because first of all, okay, it's not good right now, and there's a really good reason why, and then if it didn't have that clause, it'd be freaking awesome, but probably really good awesome. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls that has a level, you get to tribute it. So that should have been like, oh, TheCaliEffect, what are you talking about? Then you get to special summon a token on your side of the field, and its level becomes the level of the tributed monster. And I know you guys are like, what are you thinking, TheCaliEffect? You got to be on drugs for this. Now, while you control that token, unfortunately, you can't normal summon or special summon monsters other than Vendread monsters. So you guys are probably thinking, okay, now I understand why the card is bad. It's not terrible with cards like Enemy Controller allowing me to further abuse the token, tributing the token, snatching the opponent's monster. So technically I got rid of 2 of their cards. At the same time, it requires a lot of setup to abuse. And until we get more playable Vendread monsters, it'll probably just sit in the back seat. That is it for all of the Vendread monsters. There are some awesome support cards that this deck could use. Zombie Monster is a really good card for special summoning those Vendread monsters to your side of the field. For the people that say, oh, TheCaliEffect, you scrub, you don't know what you're talking about. I can get Vendread Revenants to the field easily. Well, Zombie Master is one of those reasons. Same thing with Goblin Zombie. Seeing that all of the monsters in the deck are less than, what is it, 1,500 or 1,200? Pretty sure it's 1,200. Less than 1,200 defense. Goblin Zombie can fetch any of those from your deck to your hand. Plague Spreader just gets thrown into the conversation anytime somebody mentions zombies. I mean, it does provide synchro access, so it's not that bad. Beast of the Pharaoh is a techie tech card that nobody sees coming. Why I point to my head? All right, forget it. Next thing. Shoten Doji. Banishing zombies, drawing cards, adding zombies to the top of your deck, doing stupid combos. Okay, we're just gonna do this. And then, of course, you can play the Shiranui engine, which is Spectre, Samurai, Smith, Spirit Master, and Solitaire. These 5 Shiranuis can be played in any variation that you see fit, because, you know, it's not my deck, it's your deck. And that's just how you do it. But ultimately, the Shiranui concept falls really well, because like what I said, when Vendread Slayer attacks, you get to banish one of your Shiranui monsters, thus enabling you to gain the effects of your Shiranui monsters. And then lastly, if you just need a lot of cards to your graveyard, the Lightsworn engine is still never a bad idea. Now, there's obviously, you can play the Zodiac engine and a whole bunch of other cards, but we're not even going to talk about Zodiacs because that's for a whole nother 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you enjoyed watching the Vendread Slayer how to play. If you guys want to see me play these type of decks, you have 2 options. You can wait for the build breakdown on Wednesday, which you'll probably watch anyways because Vendreads are going to be really busted by the time I figure them out. And also on Friday, I will be streaming on YouTube, so I hope to see you guys there. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.